The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone, and hey, it's a new week, and welcome to Coffee Time with Blind United. So anyway, let me get into these interest groups, get them out the way. We got one for the night. It's one of our favorites, participant favorites, I should call it, right? I'll get a lot of people show up to this one. Support group with Dominic Martin. And he does this twice a month. Man, it's cool to be able to get in there and talk about life and different issues with life and put a name on them and, you know, kind of understand the direction he's coming from, but the unique ability also of, you know, the participants being, you know, from the blind, visually impaired community. So now we can also, you know, add that into the mix, you know, as we're analyzing these thoughts and these, you know, these things that are going on within our lives. So it's really, really a good group. So come out tonight, join us at 6 p.m. Pacific time and check it out. You might like it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got Carol with me this morning. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Doing things a little bit out of order, ain't I? But anyway, I got Pedro with us. Good morning, Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. A new week. You know.
That's right. That's right. Well, maybe I'm, you know, like I said, I'm doing things a different way. Maybe it's a new way. I don't know. For those that got my reminders, you see it's a new reminder. So April's got a lot of new stuff in it. So anyway,
I like
well, I mean, we're just trying to, you know, keep moving forward and, you know, doing something a little bit better than we were, you know, trying to improve as we go along, you know. But again, info@blindunited.org if you got any questions, concerns, comments, you know, got article topics you'd like us to get into, whatever. Anything, you know, related to Blind United or Coffee Time, it's always info@blindunited.org. And definitely get right back at you and respond, you know, to your query. So, but anyway, other than that, everybody had a good weekend. Carol, you do anything special this weekend?
No, nothing special, just the regular routine things, grocery store, you know, picking up a few things to throw in the box so that I can have plenty to eat and just trying to stay warm. It got a little cool here, so pulling out some items that have long sleeves instead of the short sleeves. So nothing spectacular.
All right. The global warming thing is crazy, right? You can be cold down there. We were here in the Inland Empire anyway. We were up in the 80s.
Ooh,
you know, so
nice.
I mean, you freezing down there, we sweating over here. So, yeah, well, anything special for you this weekend, Pedro?
I was a little busy. I went and celebrated yesterday a friend's birthday. We went to Louisiana. Um, some good chicken. I had the chicken. I was gonna you know, get a little more like, you know, oyster and some seafood, but I just kept it simple, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and then what else? I did some other stuff on Saturday, hanging out with some friends, catching up, talking, you know, back and forth and stuff like that. So that was a great thing, you know. Hanging out with some friends is always something cool. Meeting new people also, you know. So We met some new people, and well, I met some new people. Then Friday just kind of took it easy. Watched a couple movies with my better half. Enjoyed that. So that was pretty
Uh,
dope.
y'all need to come hang out with us a little bit more on Friday and suggest some movies y'all want to watch. If I can get them, I'll play them. If not, you can play them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, we can work it out, but
But what would I do at Monica's is she has AirPlay on her stuff. So anything I want to play off my phone, I just AirPlay and it shoots it to the TV, and I could continue using my phone, and you could hear the movie over there, no matter if it's Sero, YouTube, whatever it is. You just airdrop it like AirPlay over there.
right. Well, I mean,
But movie night is good here though, with Blind United. Pedro on Friday night. It's always going on.
past
Oh
week we
yeah.
did the earlier version of Duplicity, which was what 2009. I still ain't figure out where what was her name supposed to be in that movie?
Oh,
Julia Roberts.
right.
Yeah, I didn't hear her voice in there nowhere. But
I didn't either.
On the newer one.
well, the newer one is what we're going to be playing this week. The Tyler Perry's Duplicity.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some other Tyler Perry ones. Oh my God, Tyler Perry knows how to do these type of movies.
Yeah, he's a good writer, director, producer.
Yes,
He's really
he
good at
is.
He
all
knows how
that.
to play
So
on those strings. Sometimes I'll be like, oh
Hmm.
snap, let me turn it
right,
off. Nah.
right. So anyway, we'll jump into these articles now. I guess something else new that came out. I mean, at least it was sitting there waiting on my phone because of the article. I went ahead and did mine. But anyway, check this out. Apple got a 18.4 update.
Today on Coffee Time, Apple's iOS 18.4 update. What's new and improved in the Control Center? Apple has rolled out its latest software update, iOS 18.4, bringing some exciting enhancements to the Control Center. These changes are all about giving users more control, customization, and a smoother, more personalized experience. Let's break down what's new and why it matters. Ambient music controls. One of the most exciting features introduced in iOS 18.4 is the ability to add ambient music options directly to the Control Center. Users can now quickly access curated playlists that are tailored to their specific needs or moods. The options include sleep, calming sounds designed to help you wind down and rest. Chill, relaxing music to ease stress or enhance a laid-back environment. Productivity, upbeat tracks to keep you focused and motivated. Well-being, soothing music aimed at promoting mental health and relaxation. Adding these options is simple. Swipe down from the top right corner to open Control Center. Tap the plus icon at the top left corner. Select Add a Control and choose from the ambient music options. This feature makes it easier than ever to set the perfect atmosphere for any moment, whether you're trying to relax, concentrate, or sleep. Apple Intelligence and Siri integration. Apple is also stepping up its game with new AI-driven features, enhancing how users interact with their devices through Apple Intelligence and Siri. The update includes Visual Intelligence activates advanced AI camera features, providing real-time information about objects, text, or scenes that the camera captures. Talk to Siri, a streamlined way to access Siri via voice commands for hands-free convenience. Type to Siri offers text-based interactions with Siri, allowing users to ask questions or give commands without speaking. These features can be added to the Control Center for faster access, making it simpler to use Siri and AI functionalities throughout your day. Design enhancements. Alongside functional improvements, iOS 18.4 also brings some aesthetic updates to enhance usability. Focus control arrows. New up and down arrows have been added to the focus control, making it easier to switch between different focus modes without unnecessary steps. Dynamic slider animations, brightness, and volume sliders now have smooth animations that adjust based on their levels. This change provides more intuitive visual feedback, making device management feel more fluid. These design tweaks, though subtle, add to the overall polished feel of the control center and enhance the user experience. A more streamlined experience. Apple's iOS 18.4 update clearly aims to offer a more customized and efficient experience. From tailored music playlists to enhanced Siri functionalities and sleek visual updates, the new features cater to both productivity and relaxation. As Apple continues to refine the control center, users are getting more ways to make their devices work for them. What are your thoughts on the new iOS 18.4 update? Have you tried the new control center features yet? Let us know in the comments. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I guess that update covered a lot of stuff. Myself, personally, anybody that really knows me know I don't do a whole lot with my phone. But I mean, I did do the update, and I don't know. Maybe now that Siri has never been something. Matter of fact, I used to tell people Siri is not your friend. Simply because a lot of people get caught up using Siri and they don't know how to navigate their phone, and in them times when Siri just may not work. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll start, using Siri a little bit more. I've been trying to play with it yesterday since I did the update. It's I don't know. Because it's artificial intelligence, Apple intelligence, whatever. I get it still about prompting. So I just work out my prompting with this and see how it plays out. So I don't know. Have you done an update on yours yet, Carol?
I have. I did the update on it, and I've used it. Now, I don't know if this is part of it, but I asked the S lady to describe quickly with Be My Eyes, and it will do it without me having to actually just go in it, take a picture, and, wait for it to analyze it. It just automatically does it. So that's one of the things that I've noticed. Because I do use the S lady quite a bit, but I am, paying attention to where if that kind of does something to me in the future to where I can know how to navigate my phone, because I have had a situation where I was not able to use the S lady and had to rely on trying to figure out, okay, what do I do now? So I'm
Right.
just kind of interacting back and forth with it.
Well, I
But
mean, I look at it this way, Kel. Just like with blindness, I mean, myself personally, I can't do it anymore. But with your iPhones and stuff, it's good to learn how to navigate your phone. Just like with blindness, it's good to learn Braille. You
right,
know, because if technology breaks down, you got to be able to, do what you got to do to get through.
true.
So, all right, I know you got a lot to say about this update, my brother.
Yeah, good morning, guys. No, well, a lot of useful in the control center. I customize mine. I take different buttons out of there, and the con- the control center is very important when it comes to the iOS. When you want to disconnect from Wi-Fi or quickly turn on your airplane mode or even go into focus, they added a little more focus. I know sometimes I have set up mine so you could got I got several different focus. I just got my regular automatic do not disturb. I had one for class, one for work, and I customized. These are so customizable when it comes to focus. You could have certain apps come in, or just take out all the apps and have your contacts come in, or just calls, or your favorites, or assign contacts. So you can customize, you know. Or if let's say you're going to school and you have a certain application that you need the notification from, even when you're at school, you could just have that app bypass the focus and come in and notify you. So that's they added more functionality with that. It's pretty cool because when you're in your control center, you double tap and hold, you will get more options for focus, or even the flashlight button, or other controls within the control center, like
Right.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other things like that. Now, moving on to Siri. Um, we all been experiencing the Siri cut off, is what I call it. She knows how to do the cut off. She knows how to interrupt you when you try to leave a message or you try to do something with her. We've been experiencing this in the blind community. I don't know if you have, Carol and Ed.
Yes, I have.
I mean, I don't really use Siri to dictate my messages. I normally just go into the message and just do the two finger double tap and dictate that way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they do have options for her to listen a little longer, so she won't interrupt you. I believe that should be it's a slight fix.
Right. She definitely needs to know when you're done talking before she cuts you off.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And I don't know if y'all noticed in the article they talked about having a text field for Siri. I believe if you having problems with Siri and you want to dictate to her, this is more of a for someone that's deaf, but as blind people or even sighted people can use this. You could just type in your question in Siri or what you want her to do without without speaking to her. You could even
Well, I think
dictate
he's. I
in
think that
that
mode.
text
I think
field.
that mode will work out great when you're in a meeting or something like that, where you don't want to talk into your phone. You know what I'm saying? You could just type.
Yeah.
Because I did, like I said, I was playing with it a little bit yesterday. I forget what it was. I asked it, and then it asked me if I would like GBT to answer that. And I said, yeah, why not?
Hmm.
So I mean, if you're just doing because you have access to AI, whether it be Apple Intelligence or something like chat.
Hmm.
Again, just being able to do a query and get that information. Like you say, if you're in a meeting, maybe you got to do some instant research right quick.
Oh yeah,
By
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that is true. If you have an iPhone 15, 16, yes. Um, but even for us that we may not even have that the
but now let's keep it
Apple
100.
Intelligence.
Also, Pedro,
Hmm.
chat to I'm sorry, text to Siri. It's been around for a long time.
Yes, yes. The thing is not speaking to Siri. You can have a text field come up instead of you
Right.
instead of holding the side button and you're speaking and she interrupts you and you're having a conversation with her, you can bring up a text field when you can dictate what you want Siri to do so she won't interrupt is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
yes,
I
and
got you now. I see your point.
yeah, and as a it's made for the deaf people, but we as sighted and blind people can take advantage of this in our community, in our disabled vision impairment community. We can take you know access to that. You know why? Because you can even speak low to the microphone real close to you. You don't have to be so loud if you're dictating, or you can just type out what you want. If you have a Bluetooth keyboard, you just pop it out, dude. Start typing out your query. You know?
Hey. I think that's what actually made me especially with text messages. I don't use Siri to reply or nothing like that. I just go into the message because again, trying to hey S, send
Of
message to
course.
so and so, and then when you start talking, like you say, it'll cut you off. And okay, I just got tired of it. You know what? Let me just go into messages and do this the other way.
Hmm.
So, but hey, I mean, again, they moving forward. They moving in a better direction. Like you say, making it more customizable and personalized and all that good stuff. So, uh, hey, what can I say? Well, I think we right at that time. Well, we got 1 minute, but anyway, we can go ahead and jump into these promos, and then we'll get into next. It's actually an all Apple day as far as our articles for the day. So let's do these promos, and we'll get into the next Apple article. Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, MBDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray-Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
Hustling jingles, $10 a shot. Birthday beats and holiday knocks. Gotcha covered for the ones you love. Personalized joy like a custom glove. Get your jingle hot and fresh. info@blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford. Got a catchy tune for your babe. Poppin' beats like dreams we crave. For Mama's Day or Papa's cheer, let's make smiles from ear to ear. Get your jingle hot and fresh. info@blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford.
All right. Well, Katie Taylor says good morning, and let's see what we can learn. As far as these jingles concerned, hey, don't forget to get your jingles, man. We got birthdays, graduations, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all that good stuff coming up in front of us. So, get your order in early, get your jingle done, and you know what I'm saying, and create a memory that you can afford. Something that people might, like I said, I did it for all my daughters, and they turned their Valentine jingle into a ringtone. When I call, they know it's daddy calling because they get to hear that jingle. So if I remember right, this one is about Apple, but it is about artificial intelligence, and it's another avenue and where we're showing that AI is a good thing, but at the same time, it's not done yet. It's still new. So anyway, check this out. We'll talk about it on the other side.
Today on Coffee Time, AI in education, empowering students with disabilities while bridging the digital divide. Artificial intelligence, AI, is revolutionizing education by providing personalized tools and resources to enhance learning experiences for students with disabilities. However, as promising as these advancements are, challenges related to accessibility and socioeconomic disparities continue to impact how effectively these tools can be utilized. Let's break down what's happening and why it matters. AI-driven personalized learning. One of the most exciting aspects of AI in education is its ability to adapt to individual learning needs. AI-powered tools are offering innovative solutions such as real-time transcription, converting spoken words into text, making lectures or group discussions accessible to students who are deaf or hard of hearing. Text-to-speech capabilities, providing audio versions of written content for visually impaired students or those who learn better through auditory methods. Writing assistance, helping students with cognitive disabilities organize their thoughts and improve their writing skills. These tools are often affordable and straightforward to implement, making them a viable option for schools seeking to improve accessibility. By catering to various learning styles and abilities, AI is promoting inclusivity in classrooms like never before. Assistive technologies enhancing accessibility. AI continues to push the boundaries of what assistive technologies can achieve. From screen readers and sign language translation apps to personalized navigation systems, these tools are breaking down barriers for students with disabilities. For example, screen readers. AI-enhanced screen readers can interpret digital text more accurately, improving access to educational materials for visually impaired students. Sign language translation. apps that convert spoken language into sign language visuals, ensuring content is accessible to deaf students. Navigation systems, AI-powered tools that guide students with mobility challenges through school campuses, providing step-by-step directions. These technologies empower students to engage more fully in their education, fostering both independence and academic achievement. Challenges in accessibility. Despite AI's potential, it's not without flaws. When AI tools are not designed with accessibility in mind, they can unintentionally exclude students. Common issues include incompatibility with screen readers. Some AI-powered learning platforms are not optimized for screen reader use, making them inaccessible to visually impaired students. Voice recognition errors. AI-based speech recognition can struggle to accurately interpret speech from students with certain disabilities, leading to frustration and exclusion. Ensuring that AI tools are designed with all users in mind is essential to creating a genuinely inclusive educational environment. The digital divide. While AI offers remarkable potential, it also highlights the growing gap between students who have access to cutting-edge technology and those who do not. This divide is particularly noticeable among students with disabilities from lower-income backgrounds. Many of these students lack access to advanced assistive technologies, which can further exacerbate educational inequalities. Schools with fewer resources may not be able to afford the latest AI tools, leaving some students at a significant disadvantage. Addressing these disparities is crucial if AI is to fulfill its promise of creating equal educational opportunities for everyone. A path forward. AI has the power to transform education for students with disabilities, but only if accessibility challenges are addressed and the digital divide is bridged. Developers must prioritize inclusive design, ensuring that AI tools are accessible to all users, regardless of their physical or cognitive abilities. Additionally, efforts must be made to provide schools, especially those serving low-income communities, with the resources needed to implement these technologies effectively. What are your thoughts on how AI is shaping education for students with disabilities? Are we doing enough to make these tools accessible to everyone? Let us know in the comments. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I guess first I'll just say that, yes, I love the fact that AI is helping transform, education for the disabled community, whether it be, uh, because we're visual, deaf, other cognitive issues, stuff like that. It gives kids a level playing field in the classroom. Uh, uh, can we do more to improve accessibility? Always, always. Accessibility can always be improved. I mean, I use it a lot now, so I'm learning, as I it's teaching me, and I'm learning also how to navigate with the commands that we have available to us within my screen reader, which I use JAWS. So I know the experience is a lot different with Apple and VoiceOver and stuff like that. But what was I can't remember what the third question was. Can we do more? Of course, we can do more. But I mean, I just like it. I think it's going to be a game changer for us. And I know what my third thought was. It might be a thing in here where AI might replace teachers to a certain extent. I don't know. Maybe the teachers have to teach people how to use the AI, and then the AI will teach them everything else they need to know. I guess I don't know. That might be the future. But AI is here to stay. You might as well get with it. Come check out some of these interest groups we do on AI. It's an important thing to learn. We got AI for beginners. We got the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses with the AI in them. Again, come check it out. I'm quite sure if the need calls for it, Pedro can step into a more advanced AI training thing. So Anyway, how you feel about this, Carol?
Um, I'm really excited about them being really including disabled community. You know, it's a lot of kids that want to, advance their technology, go to college, what have you, and they feel like a lot of times they're left behind just because they don't have the technology to assist them with these AI things that are coming about. It makes them feel included. And, I agree with you. Eventually, we may not have any teachers just based on the AI, but there will have to be someone to teach that. But
Right.
it gives them an even playing field to where they can feel like they can do anything, and still keep up. So I too am learning, thank goodness for the, interest groups because I really enjoy it and it just keeps me up and fresh and able to, navigate this world without sight. So I'm just excited, hoping that, they do go to the poor communities and make all of this technology available to them and not like before where some of these low income schools have the old books instead of the new books and things of that sort. So hopefully they can make it inclusive all around for everyone who wants to have these things taught to them.
Well, there's always going to be a barrier to get, good equipment in the lower income areas. It shouldn't be. But again, it's always been, and I think it's always going to be an issue. Hopefully, one day we'll get that straightened out. On the flip side, Monica said, "Good morning, good morning, Monica."
Good morning.
Uh, uh, so, I mean, I know Pedro. He's has told me, from time to time that I could use AI to teach me stuff. So I'll let him speak more on, how it adapts or whatever to what you're trying to learn or what. I don't know how you explain it, my brother.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, Monica. Yes. Well, I always emphasize that, you know, to not to abuse these tools because they do. It's open for abuse, meaning you could get everything you want answered real fast, and if you're trying to learn, but if you are trying to pick up something and learn, AI is something that can almost fit like a glove, you could say, right? Because you can tailor the type of learning you could do by modules, lesson, interacting like a spoken word type of lesson. So you could go back and forth and ask your questions and then, get quizzed later on, But I don't think it will replace a teacher. I believe that a teacher's role would be more important. The role that I believe that AI can have to play in our future in our education system can be having a AI for every desk, right? What
Well,
about you just went into a math explaining a math equation or something for the kids, right? And there's a kid I couldn't understand, and he could go while she's still teaching the class and say, "Can you tell me what that is? I don't understand this." Or can you tell me in a way that I can understand it? I can't do reading. Can you help me talk through it as I hear you verbally giving me audible directions that a kid can pick up instead of just reading the
right.
so you can come up with a customizable AI agent you per se for a kid that may need that. And even looking up a definition, and be like, what does this word mean? Or, and having the access to a thesaurus on hand right there too with the AI so they can expand their vocabulary also, you know?
Right, right. Well, like I said, I mean, I'm interacting with mine a lot more, and doing a lot more with it. So, and I've noticed it's kind of learning me as well, my habits of, my interactions with it, So, like I said, it's part of what we got going on. It's part of the future. You know what I'm saying? I might need to jump into doing some, training stuff. I mean, as far as teachers concerned, I mean, on one end, I'm saying they can be replaced, but no, they never really can be replaced in the classroom. Number one, again, like I said in the beginning, teaching how to use the AI, but at the same time, even if it was all a module situation, right? Somebody's got to monitor that student's progress through the modules. You know what I'm saying? And keep tally of their scores and all that other kind. Not that AI couldn't do it, but somebody's got to look at it. So, but again, it's a great thing, man. It can teach you a lot of stuff,
Yes,
So
yes. And you know, a big issue that we do have in the lower part communities in school is having almost 35 students to a room. It could get up to 40 depending on the area. And think about that, having a individual device, a AI that, I'm not saying just give them the AI without customizing and putting some guardrails and some safeguards and things like that. You can't teach an AI. You know what I mean? But you could have an AI personalized to a student in the way they learn.
well, I mean, I think a classroom AI should definitely have a lot of guardrails.
Yes, of
A
course.
lot of guardrails, I mean, just to keep them honest as well, as far as, generation of essays and stuff like that. No, I ain't gonna write the essay for you, but I'll teach you how to do it. I'll teach you how to edit it, all that kind of stuff, but I'm not gonna write it for you kind of thing.
Yeah, and when I'm saying AI, my vision is not like an AI on their device, like on their computer. Let's imagine a device that's already on the desk, clipped on there. You could probably reach up and grab the earbud and put it on your temple. Let it be a bone condensing headphone, so you could put one on one side just to know what the AI is telling you, and you could be still paying attention to the teacher when it needs to be done. You
Right,
know what I mean? Multitask on that mount, and like that is not on board device. They can't go play around with the software and manipulate things. You know what I mean? It's off their device. It's
right,
at the
exactly,
location, because you do
right.
need to have guardrails. Kids are intelligent, you know what I mean? So, understanding and implementing it can be,
Uh,
the right
and
way.
as kids, we're gonna push the limits. We're gonna see how far we can go
Always,
with it. That's what we do.
always. Hmm.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I say a classroom model would, like you say, it be, on the mainframe, but not necessarily in the device that the child has.
Ye-
Right.
So
yes. Yes.
their
So,
personal laptop, tablet, whatever you might issue them. You know what I'm saying? So,
mhm.
but all right. Well, again, advancements in AI. That's what we're doing. A lot of this stuff is moving forward. So now here comes another problem. Well, we'll get into the after we get through with these promos, and we'll get into the last article.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. You can go to customcane.com. That's custom with a K, guys. And what Custom Cane does is they sell cane and cane accessories. It's like Burger King. You can have it your way. You can get a pink cane, a blue cane, a rainbow cane, a Broncos cane, a Chargers cane, a cane with the Braille alphabet, a cane with your name on it. Whatever you want, whatever type of handle you want, whatever type of tip you want. If you want an aircraft aluminum cane, if you want an all-terrain cane, telescoping cane, any type of cane, Custom Cane has it.
I got my new tip for my all-terrain cane, so I'm excited. I'm gonna get out here and start trying to use it, and not trying to use it and see how durable it really is. It feels really, really strong, and it feels a lot better without that big old ball down on the end of it as well.
Hey, hold that ball tip for me.
You can have it. You want it, I'll give it to you next time I see you. If you want it, I'll make sure I bring it with me.
It's for my better half. It's not for me. It's for her.
Okay, well,
I don't like them.
It's not a hook, Pedro. It's a slide on.
Yeah, that's what she got.
Okay,
wow.
No problem. I'll bring it. She want to tip that big?
Well, you got to understand. Okay, I understand why she's going to want it. And I understand because I use different tips for sometimes, right? Well, the ball tip for someone that is partial, you could just roll it, right? Instead of getting caught in all those crevices, it's just going to roll over. She just needs to know when there is a step or a curve down. And I think that will definitely help her out.
Well, she's welcome to it. That's for sure.
I use the mushroom tip. The mushroom's better for me than rolls.
Yeah, I like mushroom tip too, but I've been
marshmallow, not mushroom, yo.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm thinking of coffee now. Oh well.
Right.
Yeah, but I used the teardrop tip. I like that one.
Okay, well, I mean, again, you do a lot of tapping with the sound, so I think they actually call that a pencil tip.
No, not that. No, not the pencil tip. It's a teardrop. It looks like a teardrop.
Okay, I mean, it's not a roller though.
It rolls left and right, but it's just the shape, the material is made from.
I'm gonna have to feel it, because if it's smaller than a marshmallow, I might want one. I don't know, but anyway, this one here is about all these specialty devices and stuff that we using. They get ready to go up. Well, I guess the article basically says, "Are you willing to pay $2,300 for your new iPhone?" Check this out.
Today on Coffee Time, Apple's tariff troubles. Could your next iPhone cost $2,300? Apple's iconic iPhones could soon become significantly more expensive due to new tariffs imposed by the U.S. government on imports from countries like China, Vietnam, and India. Analysts are warning that these tariffs could raise the price of high-end models, such as the iPhone 16 Pro Max, to as much as $2,300. Let's break down what's happening and what it could mean for consumers. Impact of tariffs on iPhone pricing. The newly implemented tariffs are directly affecting Apple's production costs, especially since most iPhones are assembled in China. Manufacturing costs. China, where the majority of iPhones are assembled, now faces a hefty 54% tariff. This increase could drive Apple's production costs through the roof. For example, producing an iPhone 16 Pro, 256 gigabytes, could jump from $550 to $820, a 54% escalation. Potential consumer price hikes. If Apple decides to pass these costs on to consumers, we could be looking at steep price increases across the board. Analysts predict the base model iPhone 16 could see its price rise from $799 to approximately $1,142. The premium iPhone 16 Pro Max may jump from $1,599 to nearly $2,300. These figures are causing concern among both investors and customers. Apple's strategic considerations. Apple now faces a critical decision. Absorbing costs versus raising prices. If Apple absorbs the increased costs, its profit margins will take a significant hit. If the company raises prices, however, it risks alienating consumers who may not be willing to pay such high premiums. In the past, Apple has sought tariff exemptions to reduce financial strain, but this time, the scale of the tariffs poses a serious challenge. Diversifying production. Apple has been exploring the possibility of moving some production to other countries like Vietnam and India. Unfortunately, These nations are also subject to tariffs, 27% on Indian imports and 46% on Vietnamese imports. This limits Apple's ability to avoid rising costs through diversification. Market reactions and consumer behavior. The impact of these tariffs is already being felt in the stock market and consumer habits. Stock market impact. Following the tariff announcements, Apple's stock took a noticeable hit, reflecting investor concerns about how these increased costs will affect profitability. Consumer responses. Anticipating price hikes, many consumers are rushing to purchase iPhones before costs rise. Sales associates across various locations have reported customers upgrading early specifically due to tariff concerns. A complex challenge for Apple. The newly imposed tariffs create a difficult situation for Apple, forcing the company to balance higher production costs with competitive pricing. Moving production to other countries isn't providing much relief due to tariffs on imports from Vietnam and India. If Apple raises prices to cover increased costs, consumers may face sticker shock like never before. But if Apple chooses to absorb the costs, it risks losing profitability and investor confidence. What are your thoughts on Apple's pricing dilemma? Would you pay $2,300 for an iPhone? Let us know in the comments. Now back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I don't have to spend 23 because I'm not going to buy a Pro Max. I don't need that big of a phone, so I guess I get off a little bit there. But I mean, these tariffs is oh man, it's gonna drive everything up. But if anybody can absorb the cost and still per se remain profitable, I think it would be Apple because of consumer loyalty. I mean, I wouldn't buy anything else. I mean, even if I can't buy the one I want, if I got to buy an older one when I go buy a new one, another one, I should say, I'm still going to buy Apple. So I think that that they can still maybe not make as much of a profit, but I think they'll still do good. I think they'll still do good. So, but anyway, I don't know what you got on this, Carol.
I wouldn't spend $2,300 either. I mean, I think it would be cheaper to just go to China myself and just purchase a phone. But the loyalty of Apple users, before I lost my sight, I was an Android lover. But every time the iPhone came out, people were lined up like you were doing the Jordans sneakers to get the new phone. So I just believe that, if Apple could, they should, take this loss because they're still going to win because people are going to line up for the latest whatever is out. So, I think it's just terrible that things will have to go up just based on what's happening around the world. But I don't think that we should have to really pay a whole lot just to get what's out there new that we need.
Right. I mean, again, I think they could absorb it and do fine, but I think, uh, uh, corporate America, this whole thing with, all the blanket tariffs and stuff to be retaliatory tariffs as they're being called, whatever. I think corporate America is going to have to, realize, look, we're all in this together. So we're going to split the difference on this or something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So anyway, what you got, my brother?
Um, yeah, Apple. It's been that company since since I used to be buying like the iPhones 2, the 3G, and the 4, and all these different ones that I used to, and then I had an Android too. Nothing wrong with the Android. It has improved even with the newer ones like the Pixel that has the built-in AI and all that stuff. It does pretty good. It does some of the stuff that iPhone does, but they had it a little before. iPhone just do it different, but I noticed that Android had some stuff that iPhone just recently received, like a year ago. Um, I believe if a company can take it right, whatever company it is will be able to still uh well, not steal, but gain more purchases on their device. Let's say, for example, the Pixels and Google says, I'm gonna take the hit. Everything, all the other cell phones go up except Google's. Then people might be inclined to get Google's phone. But let's say Apple did that. Apple might be able to pull in more users for their device if they stay at that price and absorb the hit. Because
Right.
yes, it's been that company that people want to line up and what's Apple doing? What's Apple doing? And things like that. But I believe now there is multiple premium phones like the Galaxy. You got people that love the Galaxy, and the Galaxy got some nef like cool features. And I know we're blind, but they have some camera features that the iPhone just don't have. That I was like, whoa, what it could do. You know, um, Even now with the built-in AI that it has, it could do certain things that the iPhone can't do, but iPhone is, you know, implementing it slightly different. But as as us in the blind community, we've been a lot loyal to iPhone. There is Android users, don't get me wrong. I know several of them. Um, but I believe whatever sector it is, if there's like a product or a device and they could keep it at the same price and be like, we're gonna absorb it, but we're gonna sell more because it's gonna look this is cheaper. Everything else is high except this. Let me get this. This is the deal right here. Like when you walk in the store and you're looking at the prices, you're looking at the one which one is cheaper, right?
You
Imagine
make
the
your money back in
iPhone.
volume is the way I look at it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Plus,
Right.
like you say, in today's climate, I think it casts a good image on your company. If you don't take advantage of the people. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, I'm going to absorb this. They're showing that you care about us. At the same time. So it just casts a good light. That you're not being super greedy when a lot of corporations, I'm being honest,
Mm,
they're probably going to take that tariff and add another 10% to it and put it in their profit margin. You know,
That's what I was about to say. So let's come down from the sky. Let's touch down on Earth right now. Let's go back to reality.
right. So, but anyway, Tisha said good morning and thanks for the information. So, but yeah, I mean, again, these tariffs are going to be crazy across the board. This is just one example of it. I'm quite sure we're going to hear a lot more about tariffs coming up in the very near future. But again, hopefully some of this stuff is going to put a halt to some of this stuff. I mean, just to expand on this, of people paying attention, all of these blanket tariffs and stuff that is being trying to be implemented right now, actually that's against the Constitution.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're folks are, this past weekend that we didn't talk about, the hands off protests that went on across the country this
Mm,
weekend.
Mm.
I mean, millions and millions of people showed up and protested in the cities where they live. Hands off this, hands off that, hands off
1,300 protests, right?
uh, uh, 13 different locations, 1,300 different locations across the
Yeah, that's
country.
what I'm saying. 1,300 different locations.
Yeah, so
Wow.
there was a lot of people, man, and they realized that now, hands off my Social Security, hands off my iPhone, hands off my retirement, hands off. I mean, the market is, it opened up today and instantly started falling again, you know.
Mm.
I don't know why this man is sending us into a depression. I mean, definitely
Well,
a recession right now. He's just definitely killing our economy. But
he, I hate to kind of get in a little bit on that, but I believe the way he's been moving, he is trying to see who is going to, in my words, bribe him off. Like the
well, that's what
ABC.
that's what everybody's been saying as well, Pedro, because it's already been happening. I mean, he already
Mm-hmm.
did with the like he was going into the legacy media. Uh, uh,
Mm-hmm.
he's gone after some law firms that have opposed him. or defended people that he didn't like, whatever. And he's had a couple of them come bow down and offer $40,000 worth of free legal service. I'm not 40,000, 40 million. And then another one offered, I think it was 100 million in
Ooh.
free legal services.
Yes, yes,
You
and
know,
free legal services. And also, you know what also points to that? How he used to not pay his people that were doing work for him. What you think he is trying to do? Get bribe, get money, get services for free? Because why? He doesn't like to use his money to pay off
they don't
his
want to use this
workers
money for nothing,
for
for
Nope.
nothing.
nothing. I mean, I'm sorry, I got to make one more point since we didn't jumped all the way in the pool with this guy today. Something to me that was totally disrespectful, disgraceful as a president. There was a transfer of remains, which the president normally attends, of 5 soldiers that failed in a training mission, right? He decided to go down there and go golfing because the Saudis were having a golf tournament at his Mar-a-Lago, and he's making
That's a
money
pay to
from
yeah,
that. So
pay to
he,
play right there, pay to play. But yes, your excellent
that was
point, Ed.
so disgraceful, man. I mean, how are
Really
you going to
Yes.
disgraceful.
console yourself, the commander in chief, but yet you got fallen soldiers and you don't even have enough respect for them to be there and do your, whether it's ceremonial or whatever, man.
Hmm.
These these folks gave their life
Hmm.
For our country.
in
Hmm.
service of our country.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in
You know,
service to the president as well. Because he's been
exactly.
calling, I'm gonna put the army on the border. Hey, you can't even show up, show respect for the women and men that are putting their life in
So,
danger for our country, our constitution, something that
Right.
he does not believe in also. And this shows that this man is not for no the blue,
well,
the for our officers. He's not here for the army. He's not for here for no one that's in
he's not
service.
here for nobody but himself and his rich campaign
Counterparts.
donors.
Hmm.
Campaign donors because they all donated to him.
The
Wow.
oligarchy. What?
The oligarchy. Exactly. So again, it's hands off. Keep it going. Hands off. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
Yeah.
they want to put their hands on everything, and they putting their hands on things that ain't got nothing to do with them. That they have no business touching. You
Yeah.
know.
They're trying to okay. Okay, this is what I see now. You know how they always point to the New World Order? I heard that.
Well,
Not a
I
Yes, I
mean,
people on
have.
the
I've
right.
heard about it all my life, but
Think about this. They're trying to make the Trump New Order.
well, I mean, he's definitely trying to, do his own thing over here, and
Hmm.
he's following, the footsteps of other, what we want to call dictators.
Yes.
But at the same time, he's putting his own Trump twist on everything as well. So, but
He wants to brand it. He wants to
yeah,
brand it.
yeah.
Oh
Now I
my
wonder,
God.
is he going to pay that 50 some odd percent tariff on all of his merchandise that is made in China?
Of course not.
He's not. He's gonna.
Okay.
Plus, you heard what he's doing too. He's about
Well, I
you.
mean, I don't see him having a problem with it because what he gonna just pass that cost on now, where Trump had cost you $50 before, now it's gonna cost you $100. He don't care.
You know he has the power to exempt a organization or himself for certain
Well,
for those tariffs, right?
well,
So
no.
whoever
In
pays,
in actuality, he didn't even have the right to do these
that's
blanket
what I'm saying.
things. So again, hopefully, all of this stuff is going to be under control. We're going to get Congress back in line with because they're giving away their own power. It's a
Hmm.
power grab from the executive branch trying to steal power from the legislative branch.
Hmm.
I mean, he's already got the judicial branch. You know, so once he gets to the legislative branch, he has nothing to stand in his way. So,
Yeah.
but
What do you think? Okay, I don't know if y'all seen online. There's a parody right now going around, and it's Trump saying, "When I get into the president, I'm not gonna golf like Obama. I'm not gonna be in the golf course."
well,
And
he
keeps saying
said
it over
that
and over.
he said that all that's is recordings from back in 16. When he was 14, 15, when he was running for office in 16. You know what I'm saying? That was his campaign stuff back then. So,
But I'm saying, like, the oh my God, this man, it's funny.
I mean, but again, and right now they said he's already spent over, I think, 30, 40 million dollars in the traveling expenses, going home and doing all of his weekend vacations and all of the, you know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to be trying to get rid of waste. You're supposed to be getting rid of waste and fraud, you know, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, imagine how much money it costs to do a flyover in Air Force One at the Daytona 500 and then go land and get in the beast and go back to the speedway and do laps.
Crazy.
Without warning.
Without warning.
Without warning.
Just show up. Hey, I'm here. You know, I'm here. I want to do this. Let me do what I want to do because I'm a spoiled little brat. So
yeah, it's like he's a child in the candy store right now with no parent in sight.
Well,
and nobody in sight.
All right. Well, on that note, it's beyond our time. Sorry to go off the deep end a little bit at the end here, but again, I'm sorry. Hands off. So
yeah. And then you could tell we're doing so bad because of the market, man. People lost. People can't retire now this year. If you retire, you're taking a loss.
So all of that, no vacations, none of that. So anyway, we'll have more information for you guys and more topics, more articles for you tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. All right, we out.
Good show, gentlemen.
Well, yeah. So, no, that was, I'm just. So you said you did get the application in, Carol?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I submitted the application, so it should come. It should have came through. I did it last night. So.
Well, hopefully
we got off the group.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get more coming through. So.
Okay.
Been trying to put it out there in the groups, but
right.
Hadn't been a whole lot of participation so far this month. But I know there'll be quite a few. I know there'll be quite a few people in there tonight. So.
Oh yeah, for Dominique's class for sure.
So. But, all right. Well. I guess I'm gonna get back to what I was doing because I got all my emails and stuff done, so I'm good with that.
Good for you.
Pedro,
you gentlemen have a good one.
All right, Pedro done set me up with a whole week's worth of articles. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
I'll get some of them out the way today for tomorrow.
Okay. You'll be good, huh? You'll be good to chill and kick it.
Just
a little bit.
Well. I'm just working on the other stuff. So on another note, Pedro, Martin, he already started the transfer of the domain.
Oh, okay.
To his registry.
Oh, okay.
So he said as soon as he gets that one done, he can start putting the site together.
Okay. So, cool.
So that's in the mix. I asked him about the domains for the other two domains. He said Leonard said he would send those after he gets the .org secured. Then he'll send over the other two.
Okay.
So, but other than that, we're moving forward, man.
I'm gonna jump off, gentlemen. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Carol. Have a nice one.
See you later, baby.
All right.
No, I'm trying to figure out. I know Monica wanted to get together. I guess we're gonna have to have maybe something to. I still ain't put the outline out. I haven't heard back from Rebecca yet either. I didn't put the outline out to you guys yet, so you guys can see what the outline is for Walk a Mile. So I need to
Sorry,
get
I had
that
to
out.
sneeze.
Yeah, I need to get the outline out to the rest of you guys for that.
Yeah, so at least we could look at it and see what role we could probably do.
Right. And then again, once I hear from her, I'm gonna, kind of give her a direction where we're trying to lean. I'm gonna try to let her know we're trying to, attract between 300 and 500 people to this event. So just so she know that gym just may not be big enough if we come asking for more space. But I don't know. I've been kind of playing it out in my head as well. So how the day would look. So I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
But I'll get that stuff out to you guys today, man. Let me go get this boy up so he can get ready to take his ass to school.
College?
No, I'm talking about Zach. He's got to go. He's in continuation. So he has to be there, 12:20, 12:40. But he's one of them. He'll spend 2 hours in the bathroom. So I got to get his ass up early so he can get up out of here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then all that stuff. So, all right, my brother. I'll talk at you a little bit later.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.